Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're buttoning up a few last things on our deer blind before hunting season starts. And we're going to be turning this keg into a urinal. So I'm going to show you real quick how we're going to chop this up and make it a urinal, and then we'll go out to the deer blind. I'll show you how we're going to mount it up and get it plumbed into our finger we got in the ground already. So stay tuned. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is start by taking some thin masking tape and marking out where cuts are going to be. Looks like this dash is going to be center, so we'll line it up with that. I'm going to leave this Busch on there. The top of the hole is going to start right here on this seam and come down, make a little U shape. I think that'll work. Alright, so that's what the inside of a keg looks like. I'll have to rip that stem out of there. But it's got some real sharp burrs on it, so I'm just going to put a tiger paw on, clean that up real quick. I'm just going back with a flat file to get any burrs I missed with the grinder. And make sure you get all these off, get that edge nice and smooth. I don't think anything could ruin a deer hunt worse than slicing your dick open. So with this stem, I think I just gotta rip it out. I think I'm gonna have to cut it. Stick your willy in there, see what you think.
Think it'll work?
Yeah. Some of the pictures we've seen, people cut the whole top off, but that seems like too much work, and I want to leave this Anheuser-Busch symbol on there. Alright, so we're going to leave this bung hole in the top because our future plans are to have a flushing system, and that's where that'll enter. But the next step's going to be cutting a hole out of the bottom of our drain, and then we'll be heading to the deer blind. Alright, so we just ran to the hardware store and got a little drain for a small like hand washing sink, but it's already got a flat spot in the bottom of this keg, and it's going to work pretty good. This roundness, this taper at the bottom of the keg, it should help keep water from pooling up, or pee from pooling up below that lip of the drain. So all we got to do, take a center punch, mark center, then I've already got a hole saw chucked up to fit this drain. Yeah, that wasn't center. Well, don't buy these. They suck. We just completely smoked this one trying to drill through this super thin metal. But I just had to hit it with a hammer, bend it back and forth. But it left a pretty jagged edge. So I'm just going to take a flap wheel on a drill, clean this hole up real quick. So we got the hole cleaned up. I'm just going to drop that drain in. Just got this little nut, holds it secure at the bottom. Put a nice bead of silicone around this gasket instead of using plumber's putty. I think this will work better. Small bead around the bottom too. Excess off. That'll work. Hey guys, so we're back out here at the hunting cabin getting ready to mount this urinal that we built yesterday. We're gonna get it mounted up to the wall. So I've almost got it ready to slap it up there. Went ahead and mounted a piece of 2x4 on the stud, and then I chopped up a couple more pieces and countersunk a hole through there. Those are going to go in like that. We're just going to sit the keg down on it and then screw the top of the keg to the wall. Alright, so the wall's ready for the keg. Now I'm going to get the keg ready for the wall. This B is center of our hole, so I'm going to go to each side. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the beginning of the drain on. I'll put half of the water trap on before I mount this. I got the wall ready to accept the keg. We're just going to get the bottom of the keg plumbed up a little bit before we go ahead and mount it, just to make it easier. So we don't have to do it while we're under there. This is the drain coming out of the bottom. I've got an 1.5 inch female threaded union. I'm going to thread under here. Maybe. There it goes. And then I'm going to cut me about a 2-inch piece of this 1.5 inch pipe and attach another one on there, and then we'll start to screw our water trap to this. And this is just a little water trap you can get anywhere. This is 1/2 of it. Actually, put some Teflon on that. So we've got a finger buried in the ground already. It's just a piece of 6-inch perforated tile with some pea gravel backfilled around it. And that's what this is going to hook up to. Alright, so I've got everything test fit. Off this 1.5 inch female fitting, we're going to glue in a piece of 1.5 inch pipe and another one of those female couplers. And then one side of our S-trap. And the other side of our S-trap. And then another coupler, and then this will be the 1.5 inch pipe that goes through the floor down into our drainage finger. So I'm going to take this apart, put Teflon tape where I need to, and glue this fitting in, and then we'll hang it and run it through the floor. Alright, so here's the bottom done. I messed up. I had this S-trap too close to the bottom of the drain, and I wouldn't have let it flow through there correctly. So I just cut it in half and coupled in a longer piece, but it's all glued together. And then over here, I just rigged something together with some Teflon tape to make a little plumb bob. So when we mock this up, this will hit the floor and we'll know where to drill the hole. But we're going to slap it on there, find out where we need to drill the hole, and then run the pipe. We're about done. We'll be peeing before no time. Just gonna temporarily secure it. That looks better. Okay, now I'm gonna see where my plumb bob falls. Mark the hole. Pull that back out of there and drill a hole through the floor. So this is the 3-inch going down to our buried finger. I've got a 3 to 2-inch reducer, and then a 2-inch to 1.5-inch reducer, and that's going to get us the diameter that's coming out of the urinal. So the first thing is going to be gluing this reducer to the pipe coming out of the finger. Now we need a short piece of 2-inch pipe to go between the two reducers. I'm not going to glue this piece in yet. I'm going to test fit everything before I glue it in. We're going to shoot over to this leg and attach our pipe to that for support. Hey, so we're back out here at the farm again to finish this urinal up. We ran out of some materials last time, so I went to the store, got a few more 45s and couplers so we can get this finished up today. We've almost got it ran all the way up to the floor. We're going to snake it up this beam and secure it with some plumber's tape. But I'm just going to add this last little section to get us up through the floor. Then we'll disassemble everything and glue it and put it back together. And then go inside and connect it to the bottom of the urinal. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I got 145 up here. I'm just going to hang this. It's right at the P. Just whack this off with a Sawzall real quick. This is the last piece on the outside. It's going to be going up through the floor. I've got this little 1.5-inch floor ceiling plate. Just cover that hole. I got one for the inside to cover the floor. So when we glue all these up and put it in permanently, I'll just fill this up with some silicone and do the same thing on the top side and sandwich that floor, keep the bugs and stuff out. Got everything glued together. I'm just going to fill this floor plate up with silicone. I'm trying to fill this gap in the floor. We've already got a pretty good issue with loss flies. Should get a good squish when I slide this up. That worked good. So I just got some plumber's strap I used to secure this. You want to get it under a lip of some kind so it'll hold the weight. I'm going to sink one more in the corner so it'll stretch that tight. There we go. Do the same thing above under this next 90. This is a lot of pipe to support, especially this winter. If it gets some frozen water in it, it'll get heavier. You don't want it to start cracking. Perfect. So that's the outside portion of this complete. We'll just come back with some sandpaper, scuff this up a little bit, and paint it to match the legs. But when you're in low light conditions, this color of paint just makes this whole thing disappear in the back. So we'll get that to match the rest of it. Alright, so we're back inside. I'm going to put this floor plate on like we did underneath. Alright, now we're going to hang the urinal and see where the bottom of that S-trap fitting falls on this pipe. Mark it and then cut it off. Glue the two ends and set it down on there and connect them, and we'll be done. Like a glove. Make sure we got it facing the right way. Oh, anybody got pissed? Well, it works. That's going to do it for us on this project. If you like this video and projects like this, if you pan around, this thing's far from finished. We've got a lot more to do. So if you like stuff like this, leave a comment down below. Well guys, that's going to do it for us today. We got the urinal done. But if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help us out a lot. And if you like videos like this, we've still got a lot of projects to do this thing. It's far from being done on the inside. But we're ready for deer season. But anyways, stay tuned for part 2 of this video, because we're going to be putting a solar powered water pump with a tank in there to be able to flush it and run a hand sink in our little kitchenette. So thanks for tuning in. That's it.